Right guys, welcome back to the channel and to another episode on the project T5. Now as you can see, I'm not with the T5, I am out and about. So we've come over to Ward's Engineering. Now these are an engineering firm in Rugby and they specialise in remanufacturing engines and engine parts. So I brought the head over here to have the head repaired. Luckily, they've had it for a few days, they've inspected it and told me that it's actually not in too bad a condition, so it is serviceable. Guys over here are amazing, real nice guys, really passionate as well. I'll take you around and have a look, but some of the stuff they do in there is phenomenal. It's not just sort of everyday run-of-the-mill stuff, they specialise in classic stuff. There's Bentley, Rolls-Royce, old American stuff. The stuff they've got in there is absolutely outstanding. So I have got my mask, let's get the mask chucked on and let's go and see what it's all about. I've just been sat there editing the video and realised just how muffled our voices are when we're at Ward's Engineering. I apologise for that, hopefully you can hear what we're saying, but we were being COVID safe, both wearing masks, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. If not, I apologise, drop me a comment, I'll try and answer your question. So head's been skimmed, yes. As you can see on there it's all nice and clear. So the new valve guide's put in, which is not what this machine's going to be doing, but they've already been done and all sorted and machined out to the right size. This machine is going to cut the seats now for the valves. So are these new inserts that have been put in, or this is just the head?
They're original inserts, so they're going to recut them, 3-angle cut.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do now is self-centre the machine.
Right.
So it'll automatically self-centre. Now that's locked on centre now.
So that's in the centre of the valve.
So any machining we do now is going to be absolutely concentric with the centre line of the valve guide. And when we put the valve in, either a new valve or a reface valve, you won't even need to lap it in, and it will give a gas seal straight away.
Perfect.
It's so accurate. That's it.
And that's it, simple as that.
That's the valve seat cut.
So you can see the original one there, and then the valve seat that's been cut. Probably see the difference between them two.
And the other one will do the next one. So an air float bed, so it's just floating on air at the moment. So again, we locate it into the new valve guide. Let the machine self-center, you can see the column there, the spindle moving around a little bit while it's just sorting itself out. Sometimes it takes a little longer than other times, but usually it does it within 10 seconds. We just put the minimum off to get a good 3-angle seat.
You can see that moving. Ever so slightly wobbling. So it's getting itself back into the centre of the valve, so it's bang on in the right place to cut the seat. What a bit of kit.
If we hadn't changed the valve guide, it would be even quicker.
Would it?
Because when you put a new valve guide in, the centre line always moves very slightly.
Yeah.
So that's all the inlet cut. And now I've got to reset the machine.
So that's all the inlet valve cut. Now it's going to have to reset the tool for the exhaust, obviously because they're slightly different size. But what a little place this is. It's just, I mean, there's heads absolutely everywhere. One there, 2 over here as well. Proper head, 16 valve head. And some proper kit, old kit, not this new stuff that breaks. So just going over what's been done. Head's been stripped, all clean, decoked and everything, so it looks super nice and clean now. It's had new valve guides put in, which are a little brass insert, which apparently is an American thing that they do. Put a brass insert in, and then the machine it's like a brass insert that goes in. They machine that so that it's then 0.5 of a mil bigger than the opening's bigger than the valve itself. It's then had these original seats put in, or these original seats are in. We've skimmed the head, and then we've just cut these valve seats. Valves will now be cut, and then we'll put that together.
This is the valve refacer here.
So this is what the valves will then be refaced on.
These aren't your valves,
Yeah.
but I'll show you the principle. Set it to the angle you want, which happens to be on this one, 45 degrees.
Alright.
It's a self-centering chuck,
Yeah.
pneumatic. That will centre the valve easily within 0.01 of a millimetre.
Wow.
It is very good.
And you've just got like a grinding stone on there. Oh right, wow. Oh, you can hear it.
A very hard valve that is. You can tell by the sound it's very hard.
You get a pretty consistent noise, and then it's...
And then you've got that seat then is absolutely concentric now. Again, we're probably within 100th of a millimetre. And then what we do here on the end, we'll reface it.
Read at the end of it.
You can see there's still a bit of wear on there.
Yeah.
So we would grind that all out completely, then put a chamfer back on.
Right, okay.
And
just get it all perfect.
put some suds on it.
Nice and clean. Ready for a chamfer.
Yeah. And with a chamfer you do it.
Alright, yeah. Oh, and you've got that on there as well, so it's all in one machine.
That's our strap valve actually.
So it's an all-in-one machine for valves. Perfect.
Now this is as accurate for valves as the Survey is for valve seats, so the two complement each other.
Perfect.
Whenever you put a head together with new valves and you don't get the reading you want on the vacuum gauge,
Yeah.
reface the new valve in that machine and almost always it cures it.
Really?
Because the production valves aren't good enough really.
The valves have all been recut, reseated, which are looking all nice, ready to go back in the head.
Yeah, there's no wear on any of the valve stems, they're all good.
Cool. Okay, so this is the machine here that the refacing was done on. So imagine it's got a big cutter,
It's a diamond cutter.
a diamond cutter on
A
it.
diamond.
Oh right, so it really doesn't cut a lot out at all on one
It's a
pass.
synthetic diamond cutter, and it gives a beautiful finish.
Head's bolted to there, and then yeah, that passes over.
And you index it down so you take the correct amount off.
Yeah,
You don't want to take any more off than you need to.
yeah. So this is another bit of fancy kit that's in here as well. This is the honing machine. So you've got this that goes into the bores and rehones all the bores, which is, I assume, just to get them back into tolerance, or if you put new liners in.
Well, we rebore it first normally on the boring machine. We usually leave about 0.05 of a millimetre in for honing,
Right,
and then we hone usually by the 3 or 2 grades of stone.
right,
But we would go to size with probably 400 grit, 350, 400 grit to size, and then plateau hone at 600 grit.
to get them
And you get a
perfect.
lovely finish then. Beautiful finish for the rings to go into.
They look.
And normally we can finish the bore easily within 100th of a millimetre.
100th of a millimetre.
Yeah, and be consistent with taper, ovality, and consistency from repeat from one bore to another.
Wow. I mean, it's some precision work.
It is very good. And with these Sunnen, which is an American machine, if you put diamond stones into a head, you can actually do the whole rebore with the honing machine if you want to. It will rip the stock out very, very quickly, and you can go to the size that you would with a boring machine,
Yeah.
stop, and then go down your various grades of spend to the final finish. On some engines we have to do that anyway.
Yeah. And I've seen around here you've got some very, very impressive stuff. So it's not just run-of-the-mill sort of everyday car stuff that he does here. You've got, what's this? This is was this a 1920s Chevrolet engine? Which, yeah, I mean, you don't really see them like that anymore. There's some proper impressive stuff.
That's a Second World War Willys Jeep.
This is a Second World War Willys Jeep engine. So there's some proper impressive stuff.
On the liner, put the line boring machine, I'm doing a WA Bentley.
And this is a Bentley engine.
From the late 1920s.
From the late 1920s. So I mean, this is proper. Check out the size of this piston. This is absolutely ridiculous. So that's, what was that out of a W?
It's a Cummins, a V18 Cummins engine.
V18's Cummins.
And it's all I can do to lift it. And imagine that going up and down 50 times a second.
Jesus,
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then you've got that old, at the other extreme, that old engine there.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit past it.
It's past it, yeah. It's a 1935 Bentley. I think it's a 3.5 litre. But it's, I've robbed all the wood bits off if I can now.
Struggling with that.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm going to put this back now.
So back from Wards, another little thing that was on the list to get done today was windscreen. I've got main man Algoo from Good Glass come up to chuck us a new screen in. He's just on with doing that at the minute. Got some nice little treats coming from behind the screen. Oh, a packet of brown sauce, that'll do.
We're a bit hillbilly when we remove glass. Don't try this at home, kid.
It works, it doesn't matter, does it? Oh, leaves as well.
Yeah, you've got all sorts around here.
So there's a few bits of crap in here. We've got some cutlery. Looks like welding rods, pens, pencils, clips, vinegar, which smells delightful. So let's give it a clean out and get it ready for the screen to go in. There it is then, screen in the van. Thanks to Algoo. I'll put a link to your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Facebook page in the description. So yeah, go and go out. You can sort glass out for anything, either you need making off the shelf.
Yeah, custom stuff. If you've got like a Beetle you're doing a roof chop on, or any hot rod or anything like that, you're doing a roof chop, you need some custom glass.
Goes the man.
Give us a shout.
So yeah, put that in the description. But yeah, screen's in, looking nice. Very good, nice model. The opening was a little bit rusty, but if you saw, we've ground that back and primed it, so hopefully it should be okay. It was more surface rust, it wasn't really in the metal, yeah, we've sorted it out hopefully for a few more years yet. So yeah, massive thanks to Goo. Thank you very much, sir.
No worries, mate. Virtual fist bump.
Virtual fist bump.
COVID. Stay safe.
So then guys, that is that all done. Head, as you've seen, has gone off. It's been skimmed now. He's stripped it down completely. Said that the head was good. Valves are all good. Everything's okay. So he's given it, as you've seen, a skim. New valve guides, new valve seats. He's putting it all back together. He's replacing the injector bolts and the cam bolts because apparently you're supposed to. So they're on them. He's going to supply me with a new headset as well and all gaskets to put it all back together. So massive shout out to Richard at Ward's Engineering. Really, really knowledgeable, and as you can tell by him just talking in the video, so passionate about engineering and what he's doing. It's firms like that are really hard to come by. There aren't many about. He was saying there he's got no one to take over the business, and there's fewer and fewer of them every year out there. So I'm really happy that I found that. Thanks so much to Craig Ludford for recommending that. Really is appreciated. Super happy with them, and I'll get the head back on Monday to hopefully get it back on next week and get it all back together and running again. And also a big shout out to Goo for coming up and putting the new windscreen in, which was another thing on the list. So, as exciting as that episode was, I think this is it done now. Thank you ever so much for watching. It is really appreciated. Not really sure what episode's going to be out next week, so we're getting the head back on Monday. I'm going to try my best to get it on Tuesday if I can. And then hopefully get a video out on Thursday, but we shall see. But I think we'll leave this one there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've not seen any other videos in this series, click here for a link to episode 1. If you like what we're doing, click here to subscribe. Thank you very much. Until next time, enjoy.